Power on. Login. Power off. Before powering on the analyzer, please check the remaining amount of buffers and whether the waste liquid drum is empty. Power on. Turn on the power switch on the right side of the analyzer. Press the power button below the screen. The analyzer is on. System self-checking. After passing the self-checking, press the corresponding button as needed. Forced to standby, the analyzer skips the warm-up process and is used to turn on again after a short shutdown. Browse. The analyzer does not enter the warm-up process. You can perform operations such as view records, export information, upgrade, maintenance and troubleshooting. Warm-up. For analysis, quality control, and calibration operations, please select this button. Login. Choose the user account and enter the password to log into the analyzer. If the user account is used for the first time, please reset the password. Initial passwords. User number 1 password is 1, user number 2 password is 2, user number 3 password is 3, and user number 4 password is 4. Note, please click OK after entering. Click the account area in the status bar of the interface to log in, log out, or switch accounts. Power off. Press the on/off button at the bottom of the screen to confirm shutdown. Turn off the power switch on the right side of the analyzer as necessary. Analysis. Preparing samples. Whole blood sample. Use recommended anticoagulation vacuum blood collection tubes to collect venous blood samples, can be placed directly into the tube rack for use. Pre-dilution sample. The volume ratio of blood sample to the hemolysis and wash buffer H is 1 to 200. Use the inject hemolysis function, recommended, in the QC or CAL interface to add 2 ml hemolysis and wash buffer H into sample cups. Add 10 microliter of blood sample to the sample cup. Mix and dilute the sample thoroughly. Place the whole blood samples or pre-diluted samples on the tube racks and place the tube racks in the sample loader. Click the Start button on the analysis interface. The analyzer automatically starts sample analysis in order. The whole blood sample showed STDW. The pre-dilution sample showed STDP. After the analysis is completed, the analyzer will start automatic cleaning, then returns to the standby state. Emergency sample analysis. Pull out the emergency sample compartment during automatic sample loading analysis. Put the prepared blood collection tube into the emergency sample compartment, and push the sample compartment back into the analyzer, and push it to the end. Click the Emerg button on the analysis interface, and the confirmation box of the emergency sample information will pop up. If you need to enter the sample number, you can manually enter it and then press the OK button. The emergency blood sample showed STDE. After confirming that the emergency sample analysis is completed, pull out the emergency sample compartment and take out the sample. Buffer replacement. In standby state, remove the old buffer bucket from the analyzer and place it next to the new buffer bucket. Unscrew the cap of the new buffer bucket and put the cap aside for later to put on the old bucket. Unscrew the bottle cap components of the old bucket. Carefully take out the cap components, put them into the new bucket and tighten the cap. Put the new bucket back on the analyzer. The buffer information will be automatically recognized by the analyzer. Perfusion. Click the Perfusion button for the corresponding buffer 2 times. You can click the Pump On button to observe whether the system pressure is normal, and then click the Pump Off button. Column replacement and degassing. Column replacement. Open the maintenance room cover and the thermostat box cover, and pull out the column and pipeline from the base. Remove the pipe joints at both ends of the column. Pay attention to residual liquid leakage. Please make sure that the last letters of the new column lot number is the same as the last letters of the buffer lot number. Unscrew the plugs at both ends of the new column for use. Make sure that the flow direction arrow of the new column is consistent with the arrow marked on the thermostat box, and then connect and tighten the pipe joints. Put the column back into the base. Click the Pump On button in the filter area to observe whether the joint leaks and whether the system pressure is normal. The column pressure range is 1.8 to 10 megapascal, and pressure fluctuation within plus or minus 0.3 megapascal. Click the Pump Off button. Degassing. If the pressure is abnormal, degassing is required. Click the Pump On button, loosen the degassing valve knob anti-clockwise. Do not unscrew it completely. After 30 seconds, tighten the valve knob, and observe whether the system pressure is normal, pressure fluctuation within plus or minus 0.3 MPa, otherwise, repeat the above procedure. Click the Pump Off button. If pressure fluctuation is larger than plus or minus 0.3 MPa, please perform manual degassing operation. Connect the syringe to the degassing valve. Click the Pump On button, loosen the degassing valve knob anti-clockwise. Slowly pull out the plunger of the syringe, after the syringe is filled with buffer. Tighten the valve knob, and observe whether the system pressure is normal, otherwise, repeat this manual degassing procedure. Click the Pump Off button. Put the thermostat box back, and close it tightly. Please check that the pipeline is stuck into the slot. Activation. In the standby mode, put the tube rack with one or more blood samples onto the sample loader. Click the Activation button to start the column activation process, which may take around 10 minutes. The status of this process is displayed as STDACT. The analyzer is cleaned once after the activation. Pre-test. Run the pre-test with one sample by pressing the Start under the Analysis interface. After 3 rounds of test, click the Stop or remove the tube rack to end the test process manually. Initially judge the repeatability of the 3 test results and check each chromatogram. If all seems normal, then you can get to the calibration process. Test recharge. Take out the authorization card. Click the test number area in the status bar of the interface to enter into the test recharge interface. Scan the authorization card and hold it on. Once the column information is scanned in, ding will sound. Click OK to confirm, and remove the card after the interface jumps and the number increases. Filter replacement. Carefully unscrew the filter components, and pay attention to the leakage of remaining liquid. Take out the old filter, taking care to prevent the filter from falling. You can do it with a tweezer and put your hand under the base. Take out the new filter and place it carefully on the base. Tighten and reinstall the filter components. Click the Pump On button to observe whether the joint leaks and whether the system pressure is normal. After confirm the filter joint does not leak, and the pressure is normal, stay pump on for 1 minute and then click the Pump Off button. Reset. Click the button to reset the number of uses of the filter. Calibration. The analyzer must be recalibrated after replacing the main components, such as column. The calibration operation is as follows. Place 2 clean sample cups on the tube rack, and then place the tube rack in the sample loader. In the standby mode, enter into a cal interface, click the Inject Hemolysis button and select the 1 ml button. Pour the hemolysis buffer into level 1 and level 2 calibration vials respectively, and well dissolve the lyophilized powder of calibrators. After reconstitution, pour all of the calibrator solution in the vial into the sample cup respectively. Place the sample cup of level 1 of the calibrator in the first position of any tube rack, and place the sample cup of level 2 of the calibrator in the second position of this tube rack. Place the tube rack in the slot on the right side of the sample injector, and the opening direction of the tube rack is toward the host. Input the complete calibrator information. Click Start to run the calibration process. After calibration, confirm whether the calibration equation obtained by current automatic calibration are used according to the prompt of the interface. Quality control. Place 2 clean sample cups on the tube rack, and then place the tube rack in the sample loader. In the standby mode, enter into QC interface, click the Inject Hemolysis button and select the 1 ml button. Pour the hemolysis buffer into level 1 and level 2 of the QC product vials respectively, and well dissolve the lyophilized powder of the QC products. After reconstitution, pour the 2 levels of QC product solution into the sample cups respectively. Place the sample cup of level 1 of the QC product in the first position of any tube rack, and place the sample cup of level 2 of the QC products in the second position of this tube rack. Place the tube rack in the slot on the right side of the sample loader, and the opening direction of the tube rack is toward the host. Input the complete information of level 1 and level 2 of the QC products. Click Start to run the QC process. After QC finishes, check the QC results. Printer paper replacement. Open the printer cover on the top of the analyzer. Take out the printing paper. Install the new printing paper according to the direction of the old printing paper. Close the printer cover. Click the Print Test button to check the printing result.